Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man, and we're back with Hildibrand. He just destroyed a bunch of vegetables, and we need to go find out about that. So let's travel. We have to talk to the manservant, Lewinhart. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Well, fear not. The fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurmu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods. This is no thief. This is a madman. As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contained imported vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables that are in particularly short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to replace the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras? I've heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembles the Erosian dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you dost worry too much, Master Lewinhart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm into the den of those overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers, given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Aho, a formidable foe, indeed. Were only there a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies, with not a shred of concern for his own well-being. Us? Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sundhimmel of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the mandragoras. If anyone would have knowledge of their current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Guguramu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. All right, Limsa Laminsa it is. What's my journal have on it? I better take that off. A Knight's Calling. Take that off. A Knight's Calling is level 57. That's what I have to reach with Kit, and then Roland can take over the main quest line. It's not that far. It looks like it is, but it's not that many quests to get to that point. Speak with the Sundhimmel at the Limsa lower decks, which would be where? Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure where that's at. It's that way, but how do you get that way? Lower decks, huh? Is there a way out of here? No? Well, shoot. I don't know which way to go. Try this way. Well, I'll find the lower decks and I'll come back. All right, it's right here at the main etherite. If you've come for the Mandragoras, I fear you're half a bell too late, as were we, blast it all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened the cargo hold to check out a shipment of vegetables than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah, is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docks by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us be swift. Swiftly on our way. Well, we just left there. We were just there. That's how we got here. Look at all the people that hang around here. All right, this ferry should take us over to Aleport. Mr. Skipper is here. That's his sir or sir? Sir, I meant. And off we go. There's a tiny trader over here. Hi, tiny trader. Eek! Don't sneak up on me like that. I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant, or something like that. Think I jest, do ye? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did my eye. By the time I'd regained my wits, they'd already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined. If I never see another bleeding onion till the end of me days, it'll be too soon. Seeds of rebellion. To hear most say it, the Mandragorias are a nasty lot. I write pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over, but let me tell you, friend, that ain't the least of it. Freeing their fellow fronds from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous backguards have a far grander scheme, revolution. Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isle of Umbra and see what with your own eyes, a veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fella with the dim expression, I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me if it ain't the undead overlord what fancies himself a gentleman, inspector. Which would make you, aye, could it be, the adventurer what bested the thieving duelists in a single combat? Yeah, that was me. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? But that's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. And that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragorias are planting themselves a whole army of their kind on the Isle of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them afore the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I've not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This should prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbral. To the Bat Cave. Oh, look, a clue. A mandragora bud. Oh, I'm supposed to be able to read that? You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Well, that's one of 3. All right, come on. Another clue. Oh, wow. I haven't been using him enough. Wow. That's not good. When you have a Kokobo like this as a companion, if you don't draw him out to be with you, he won't level. And that's what's been happening. Evidently, I haven't been using him enough, and he's not leveling up. I need to fix that. You feel another hostile gaze. Well, who's gazing at me? And where's the inspector? Oh, I see. He got here before we did. Reclaim the stolen foodstuffs from the Mandragora. Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. All right, let's see what we can come up with here. What is it that I'm supposed to do? Oh. Unable to attack the target. Your level's too high. Oh, shoot. All right, I got to reduce my level. I have to take them out one at a time, but this is going to be tough. There's so many of them. Oh no, I don't have my Kokobo or my oh man, I don't have my little guy, my carbuncle out. Dang it. My Kokobo's getting hurt. They put him to sleep. Alright, I got one guy down. Who's next? The queen. Something got me and slowed me down. Oh, shoot. He's got me asleep. They put me to sleep. Oh, man, they keep putting me to sleep. Oh, no, where'd this guy come from? Man, stop. This is weird. These guys are some of the toughest people I've taken on. All right, we're down to a couple now. No, not that thing, that thing. Oh no, I hit the wrong damn thing. I didn't think it'd be that hard. Well, for one thing, there's too many of them, and there's other mobs out here. Alright, that guy's gone. Let me take this little plasmoid out. Alright, now, are we down to the eggplant knight? It's easier when there's just one of them. Do it. Wow. That was tough. Deliver the stolen stuff to Del Sol. Okay, so we just leave the inspector here, I guess. All right, let's go back to Costa del Sol. All right, here we go. Hang on, we're on our way. All right, where do we go? Back to the docks. You return. I feared you might end up a tasty snack for a crazed head of cabbage. Yeah, that was harder than I thought it was going to be. Those vegetables were tough. And I didn't even have a Ginsu knife. The stolen foodstuffs. You've saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gurgurmur is quite particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. That wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it is time we return to the case. Now, there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Core, the peppers have changed color. Huh? What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe? A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Lewenhart described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate. But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Coastal del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant purplish blue or bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ha! The charade is up after that man. It is, as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. Interesting. All right, let's go see what we can find. Something down below. Oh, over there. Hey, there's somebody laid out on the beach. It's our guy. It's the guy. You can run, but you cannot. That's not the guy they were chasing. Ha ha ha. If you thought you could outsprint this Mandeville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Erosia, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper, a fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies beneath the mask. It's not a mask. People where am I? Who are you? Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet Miss Arabella, and when... Miss Arabella, I must find her at once. Oh, my head. Would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lowenhart. I swear on my life that is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There is still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our quarry, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet, he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had the time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lowenhart back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's the vegetables. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess, you seethe with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Then it would appear our goal are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. So this is the real guy, thief guy. And he's wearing gloves. The game is afoot, inspectors. Did he take his mask off? Who is it? Who is it? That's just creepy. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? All right, need to go to Wineport. So hop and skip over this hill here. Where are we going? Up here. Arabella. See, she's not a Lalafell. She's a human. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lowen, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Please call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true? I fear they are, Miss Arabella, but still your gentle heart. For as long as Hildibrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay a twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name. The gods smile on me indeed to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my companion, as my champion. And yet, you seem pensive, milady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vans. Why, I have not even ever met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift, a treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle. Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not even met? Unconscionable. Father says that this marriage must happen, that it is the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true olden, but if I may be so bold, milady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Well, obviously. Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as a servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vans if will make my father happy. You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days. I mean, like Llewellyn? If I have to spend another hour with you, I'm like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends. All right, let's talk to Hildy. A case of indecency. With a maiden's virtue hanging in the balance, Hildibrand would hasten back to Costa del Sol. We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough that for that once our foe is shackled and Miss Arabelle is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it is in my investigations, or failing that, to serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. Back to Costa del Sol. What a pretty spot. Crystal clear ocean. Inspector Braden, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation? I have canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. Tee-hee-hee. There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage. But Inspector Vanes and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed absence. Humph. That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will come up with something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over or blow something up or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Braden, I knew the day would come that you recognized my many talents. Worry not about Master Vans. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must be done. The poor sot lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes lying about. Perfect, Roland. Find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella, but outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Okay, gotta find some clothes. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go. Do with them as you will. Okay. Let's go find the fair maiden. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb, but why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony, Father will be furious, and Lord Vanes. We are dealing with a man who tried to blast me to the heavens and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lowen, if Father heard you say such things, I should have said them long ago, but by not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one, but 2 skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What should I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Roland, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see to the task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now, let us return before the festivities begin. Ciao. They should put Miss Ellie in a dress. She kind of looks like this girl. That'd be the smart thing to do. Although we're dealing with the inspector, smart may not come into it. You return. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vanes at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Why, this is Miss Arabella's dress. I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it. But worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vanes before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Braden and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? Good idea. Let's do that. I'm due for some refreshments. Seriously. It is a bar, after all. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, 'tis an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast, co-hosted by the Consortium and the East Aldonard Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine foods, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vanes is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Nolta, Siana, honored guests, it's a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son, Vanes, future chair of the Brigier Consortium, to Arabella, daughter and of Master Gugurumu of the East Alderney Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows ere today that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing of for ages to come. Damn you, Hildibrand Manderville. You had one job. She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Milady, they say your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray, give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes, 1,000 times yes, I am yours, and I shall be forevermore. What? What have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Oh, not quite what I'd intended, but I suppose it serves our purposes. What an idiot. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildibrand, agent of iniquity, inspector extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies undefensively before me. The game is up, Vans, or shall I call you by another name, the thief of many faces? What? Me? The thief? Are you mad? Is he even wearing a glove? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is not a soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today, her father and her steward, Lewenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Vanes, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half a wit about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once. Lock him up in jail and throw away the key. He's wearing gloves. Arabella? Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. Don't do it, Arabella. He's not after her anyway. He only steals things. A glove on his right hand. Could it be? Well, he had one on his left hand, too. Yep, took her necklace. Ah, the man is a fool, but it would have been behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief. Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him. Look out! It's vegetables. What the hell's wrong with him? You came all this way for me? You love me. You really, really love me. Rotten vegetables. Well, that's a neat trick. Look up. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vanes was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, milady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for, and Vanes and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. But perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildibrand, who taught me this lesson. What an idiot. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue, yet in the end he took only her necklace. Now that you mention it, Master Guguramu told me about the clasp when it was first arrived, engraved with the mark of the sun goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces from the Baguri collection, known as by many as Azam's virtue. The maiden's virtue, indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Were they looking for that card? Ow. Ew, he just pissed all over himself. Over here, Inspector, it says herb made you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give me that at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. If nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once. He may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. One can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words, when next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the phantom thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably, the phantom thief. Most certainly. Ha, 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 ha. The Parley minigame is now available. Oh, you've unlocked the Parley minigame. Entertain yourself as many a Mandeville man has before by opening the toy chest in any inn room. I've never done any of those. To the victor goes priceless treasure. To the victor, yes, to the victor. While the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Mandeville man triumph over terrors and win the day? The Colosseum Conundrum. Buck, 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 buck. Buck, 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 buck. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one at the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. All right. Another case, another town. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you then. Ta-ta for now.